Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of weekly planetary weather forecast. Follow up with a collective tarot card reading where we will first talk about the astrology and what's happening up in the sky and the cosmo first this upcoming week, and we'll be talking about May 23rd to 29, and then we'll do a collective tarot card reading where we will see what kind of messages, guidance that we can get from the cards to support us through the week. So if you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. I am so happy that you're here. My name is Natalie, and if you enjoy what I share and do here, I hope you will consider subscribe and share this video with people that enjoy tarot cards or astrology as well. So let's begin. We have a very packed week full of planetary movement transit aspect, and I'm wearing red because we'll be talking about a lot about our Aries sign and the planets that are going to ingress into Aries this week. So well, before we begin, how are you all doing during this Mercury retrograde? Mercury is now retrograding. Just had the Mercury cosmo today on Sunday where I'm recording this video right now, and Mercury will retrograde back to Taurus, and we are now midway through our Mercury retrograde. So I hope you are taking care of yourselves, double checking all your text message, emails and whatnot. Just spacing time out, giving yourself some break in between to process whatever comes up for you, whatever your Mercury retrograde story is. I personally has been going through it a bit rough. A lot happening. Car accident just happened today as well, so well, what can you expect? This Mercury retrograde is extra potent because it is retrograding in the home sign Gemini. So we're done with the Gemini pack. Now we're talking about Mercury continue to retrograde back to Taurus, and that we will start our message. So on May 23rd, you guessed it right, Mercury retrograde taking back to the sign of Taurus. So now Mercury is entering Taurus again. This time it's going to retrograde there until June 3rd, where Mercury will station direct in Taurus again. So now you can think back what's been happening during the past few weeks. When Mercury is in Gemini, it was first direct, then retrograde. So maybe something changed, right? Maybe some new idea, inspiration come up. Maybe you have some conversation with certain people in your life about certain areas of your life, or maybe it is within you that you have some new information, new idea, or some revelations around certain areas of your life. Maybe it has been a busy few weeks of busy mental scatter energy, because Gemini is a very busy and scattered energy for some to work with. So maybe a lot has been going on in your mind, and now that Mercury is retrograding back in Taurus, it is inviting you to slow down, to take a pause, to integrate and process what happened during the past couple of few weeks while Mercury was in Gemini. Maybe there are new information for you to process. Maybe you need to integrate some of the aha moments or revelations that you have within yourself. So use this time to just continue work through whatever that's happening for you in your own human story during this Mercury retrograde. And once Mercury stationed direct in June, you can then start integrating them into your life, whether it is some information conversation you need to have, whether it is taking action about certain areas of your life. And also remember that even though Mercury stationed direct on June 3rd, there's still a period of post-shadow energy as well. So continue to pay attention to all the typical Mercury retrograde things as well, such as tech problem, maybe traffic or delays. Make sure you space some times out within your schedule and just take it day by day. And on May 25th, Wednesday, depending where you are in the world, for some, it is May 24th, 7:17 p.m. Eastern Time. For Hong Kong, it is going to be 25th in the morning, 7:17 a.m. Mars is entering Aries. Ruler of Aries, Mars, is leaving Pisces and coming back to one of his home, which is Aries. Well, when a planet is in its home sign, it is definitely bringing that energy in, that it is a sign where the planet can exhibit its power, its energy to the max. And when it comes to Mars, that fireball warrior energy is definitely coming in with a kick. While it is true having the planet that rules that sign to be at home, it can definitely bring in that kick in the power. Well, it can kick things up in a good way. But again, like I said, energy, there's always the light and dark attributes, and doesn't mean that everyone will be able to work with this energy in the best way possible, because some might feel anxious or anxiety or overwhelmed. So it depends how you can work with this energy as well. Mars is coming home. This fiery warrior is coming in with a blazing gunfire and ready to fight. Yes, Mars in Aries is fast, is bold, it can be impatient, hot-headed, hot-tempered, quick to flare, impulsive. Yes, you get the gist. That's how fire is, right? And especially in cardinal sign, it is about that flash fire that just come out when you start the fire, right? And so we can definitely embrace this energy in the whole spectrum, right? You will also see people around you embracing and exhibiting this energy as well. So do pay attention to that. So whether which side you're on, you're either grabbing the sword or the shield from this Mars and Aries energy, because you are going to probably expect some kind of a fight happening. Maybe not so physical, but definitely, you'll see that energy for sure. Because Mars in Aries is that aggression, angry energy as well. So if you have been suppressing some emotions or anger, especially, even the most patient person might might not be able to hold that in anymore during this transit. And while it is healthy and it is definitely good to let it out and express yourself, sometimes we need to watch out too. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because it is Mars in Aries is definitely that inner fire that I think we should all embrace. It is about you finding your own voice, you speaking up for yourself, you putting your voice out there, letting people know what you're standing up for, what you're fighting for, what your beliefs are, and just who you are exactly. Because Mars and Aries is just that energy about self, right? Embracing your inner fire and unapologetically showing up in that fire, right? So I definitely love this side of Mars in Aries. I think it is very important for us individually to know ourselves and to be able to embrace our inner fire and not be fearful and just be ourselves, right? What is more beautiful than being your true self? And of course, as at a collective level, we will definitely see some people going on, because we're all embracing our inner fire. We're definitely gonna speak up and fight for what we think is right and justice, right? So expect to see demonstration. I'm sure we're already seeing that, and we already see a lot of unrest happening in different parts of the world, and we will definitely see people, whether it is going on march, demonstration, fighting for what they believe is right, and fighting for justice, right? And maybe you're using your voice too, whether you are creating music, making posts, writing, or whatever it is. Everybody is going to find a way to express themselves, to embrace their inner fire. And like I said, Mars in Aries can be that inner fire ball energy that you get, and for some, maybe during this transit is what you want, is what you need in order to be brave enough, to be courageous enough, to go after what you truly want and desire in your life, you know, whatever that is for you. This energy is also that just fucking do it already, right? It's like taking that risk. You know what? Maybe I've been contemplating long enough. Maybe I'm at the point where, you know what? You never know until you actually go do it. So this Mars in Aries energy might just be the push that you need to just really blast you forward, right? To let you go on that push, to let it out, to just go pursue what it is that you want in life, the dream life that you want. Take that risk, do that thing, whatever that's calling you in your life. And it can mean different for everybody, right? It can be taking that leap of faith to start your own business, to go and enter that course, take that course, to finally reveal your heart to that special somebody, or to be brave enough to speak about what it is that you think is your truth. What do you stand up for, right? Or maybe you're finally brave enough to break up with somebody, right? Or you move to another country that you always long to live in, or whatever it is. Mars will stay in Aries from May 25th until July 4th or 5th, depending where you are in the world. You can definitely look at your own natal chart to see what is the Aries house, because it is getting that blazing fire energy that you might just need. The next day on May 26th, Mercury in Taurus, still retrograding, is having a trine with Pluto in Capricorn. So now if you remember back in the first Mercury retrograde that we have earlier in January, when Mercury stationed direct, Mercury was holding a conjunction with Pluto for a solid like 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks. It was a tense energy. It was an energy of asking you to finally have that conversation, whether it is with yourself or whoever it is in your life. For some, it can be that big important conversation. Maybe it is you breaking some kind of big news out, or whatever it is in your life, and that was during the end of January and beginning of February. Now Mercury is having a trine with Pluto, and they will be exact on May 26th and June 16th. But between this time, Mercury is holding this trine with Pluto in Capricorn. So again, it is that tense energy, but instead of a conjunction, this time it is a trine. So in a way, it is a more it is still that heavy and maybe intense energy, but it is softened a little bit. So if you did have some kind of important meeting, conversation, or some kind of big revelation, or you know, whatever it is happening during that period of time, maybe during this period of time, end of May and beginning of June, you're going to see a development from that. Or maybe you are having a turning point, some new information coming in to help you to continue that topic or that conversation or situation as well. And if not, it doesn't matter too. Maybe this period of time during this Mercury trine Pluto is asking you to, because Pluto is this planet that asking you to go a little bit deeper, to do a bit more digging work, to excavate a bit more, right? So when it's trining Mercury, maybe now that during this Mercury retrograde, some area of your life, or even within yourself, you're thinking about certain things in life. You're thinking about certain areas of your life. Maybe you're doing some excavating work, and this energy is inviting you to do a little bit more, to not to be scared, to know the whole truth, or to face the truth, right? Or to integrate those information that you have been working on receiving and something like that. And maybe this is going to provide you more information, a solution, or some a different angle of whatever that it is that you're thinking about. So because everyone human story is different, so depending what you're working on, thinking about, that's what the energy is about, and that might be the information that's coming in for you as well. So on May 27, before Venus leaves Aries to go into Taurus, Venus is going to have a square with Pluto. So this energy can be a little bit intense. So Venus in Aries is all about self-love, as I mentioned before. It is about you, your most authentic self, staying true to yourself and your values and being you. And even it's about you finding yourself within all your external relationships that you have with other people in your life. And Venus in Aries is that independent, I know myself energy. And Pluto in Capricorn is that a little bit intense, excavating energy that can be a little bit obsessive and controlling sometimes. So when you have these two conjuncting together, this can be a little bit of a tense energy showing up. And yes, this can definitely show up in a romantic partnership when maybe one person is wanting this and the other person doesn't want it at all, and they're butting heads or addressing their needs, but they're different. And maybe it is also you feeling trapped, not having enough freedom within a relationship. And that can happen within a romantic relationship. Definitely you wanting more freedom and independence from your partner, but this can also be you wanting that within other relationship as well. Maybe you have a very needy friend, right? Or you have a very needy family member and you're just like craving more freedom and privacy from this dynamic as well. And maybe this can be a work situation. Maybe you have that boss just wouldn't let you go, that's always demanding more and more from you. Or maybe it is that coworker always looking at you, what you're doing, keeping an eye on you, or just like not agreeing with you at all the time. So those can be those dynamics that you are working with as well. So the question comes from this energy that we're being invited to ask ourselves is, are you staying true to yourself within all this different external relationship that you have with others? Are you staying true with yourself with this work relationship, this friendship, this family dynamic, this romantic partnership? It is a finding you within the we. Oh, finding me within the we, right? So as all kind of relationships, it is about giving and receiving, but also sometimes, yes, while there are moments that it might be imbalanced, one might need more than the other at times, But it is also the energy to ask you, are you tipping way over and forgetting about yourself? Is it time to stay that as well? So for some people, it might be that case. Venus in Aries is definitely not afraid to say and express themselves, right? It is a very honest, raw energy. And with Pluto in the mix, it is definitely highlighting that, because Pluto is also that real raw energy that's not afraid to go deep and go down and just say it like it is, right? And so together it is about you really showing your vulnerability, showing your real selves, right? And guess what? A lot of us is actually scared and worried to show our real selves, our most authentic self, and to other people, to our relationships that we have, because we're fearful of how we might be judged by the other person or the world or whatever. But guess what? Vulnerability is sexy. So be you, because there's no one else to be. And today, let this energy remind you that it is sexy to just be you. Ooh, seems like we're having aspect every day. May 28th, we have Venus entering one of her home sign, Taurus. Venus, the goddess, is going back to one of her home to take a break. And she'll be there from May 28th to June 22nd, where she can really just exude her energy to the fullest. And when Venus is in Taurus, it's all about our senses. This energy is inviting us to drop back down into our bodies, our senses, which is Taurus all about, right? Taurus is about embracing your senses, feeling your all five senses, and just really embody. It's about the embodiment, right? It is about feeling it. It is about touching that grass with your feet, your bare feet, and feeling the connection with Mother Earth. Well, this energy is being highlighted during this coming month, 3 weeks-ish or so. So when Venus is in Taurus, it is time to indulge. So what about that dress that costs $1,000, but you just love the way that silk touches your skin? Yes. What about connecting with nature? Going out, walking on the grass with your barefoot, feeling that embodiment, that energy that you can feel from the Mother Earth. Just closing your eyes to breathe in that fresh air and feel this and hear the sound from the birds and from the nature, feeling that cold breeze coming and glide through your skin. That feels nice, right? Oh, what about that 10-course exquisite meal in that fine dining restaurant just because you love it, right? Oh, what about a long bath with your favorite essential oils and salt to wash away all the stress and stagnant energy? Sounds good? That's what Venus in Taurus is about. So maybe these will be the stuff you will do during this period of time, or whichever way you find to indulge, right? To just treat yourself because you're worth it. And that is what Venus in Taurus is inviting us to do. Treat yourself, love yourself, because, just because. Also, with so much going on around the world right now, Venus in Taurus is definitely reminding us to slow down, take a pause. It is okay to give yourself a little bit of time to just take a pause, integrate, and stay grounded, stay in the present moment to really feel what is happening within you, around you, individually and as a collective, right? And sometimes indulging doesn't have to be super expensive, doesn't have to be out of the way. Taurus, even though it is known for its stubbornness, it is also known for its simplicity. Maybe these are all the little things in life that gives us pleasure. Maybe it is that 5 minutes break you give yourself every day just for yourself. Maybe this is that extra 10-minute coffee break you give yourself. Maybe it is I don't know, like a yoga class, a meditation that you take to just remind yourself to come back to the present moment, right? Pleasure doesn't have to be extravagant. Of course, it can, it's Taurus after all, but also can be those little simple pleasures in life. So, time to slow down, time to stop and smell the roses. Okay, lastly, on May 29th, we have one more aspect happening, and it is a big one. Guess what? Mars, I already told you, Mars just entered Aries just a few days ago, and Mars is going to have a conjunction with Jupiter that's already in Aries on May 29th. This is going to be an explosion of fire energy, because we have that gun blazing fire energy from Mars, and then we have that Jupiter, the planet of expansion, that is going to amplify everything. So imagine Mars, but on steroid, maybe on that day. That might not be the best thing we want right now. Sometimes astrological aspect can be very auspicious and we love it, but it's life. There's ups and downs. It's not all about sunshine and rainbow. There are aspects that make us want to just take a step back and be cautious. And today, May 29th, is that day that we do want to be cautious, because Mars conjuncting Jupiter, while there can be very auspicious, beautiful energy, it can definitely be destructive and violence and fiery energy. May 29, when Mars conjunct Jupiter, is definitely one of the highlight moments during this whole Jupiter in Aries transit that will last until May 2023. And this day I'm not going to be surprised if we see some sudden shocking news around the world. And unfortunately, they might not be the best news that we see. What can we expect? Mars is about war. Mars is about fire, aggression, anger. It's about weapon, right? These are some of the things that Mars is about. And when we have Jupiter expending all this energy, and we already know what's happening around the world, there's wars going on, there's this Ukraine-Russia war going on, and there's all the tension that this war creates for different countries around the world. We might really see something happening on that day or around that time. And we can also see there are other elections, politics, tensions happening around the world. Who knows? They might get escalated that day as well. And with US, we also see that it is crazy that we are having people implementing regulation that let people to somehow get gun easier, but harder to get abortion. I don't understand the logic, and I'm not going to try, but it really infuriates me. And that is my Mars energy and Jupiter, expending my anger. And that is what can happen around the world with us individually as well. Maybe that day you might get into some heated conversation about all these topics with somebody, right? This can definitely be that day you want to watch out and not to have conflicts or tension with others, because that day can be quite explosive, right? And when we have Jupiter, it is also about spiritual beliefs. It is about beliefs. So maybe this can be a whole religious war, who knows, right? And this can be also about people arguing, having conflicts because of beliefs, which we do see, right? Because someone is standing up for this side, someone is standing up for the other side, and they clash and they have conflicts. That is what's happening when you have this energy going around. Again, Mars is about fire and weapons and so on and so forth. So I do want us to take care of ourselves that day. You might find yourself on a personal level, you might get I don't know, some fire related injuries or knife related injuries. So watch out for yourself when you're cooking or chopping stuff that day, because that can surely happen. Comment below if you have that happen that day. And on a personal level, it can also be, it's not just all gloomy and bad. It can also be a nice energy as well, because like I mentioned before, Mars in Aries is about you, yourself. So maybe that day, when Mars conjunct Jupiter, it is going to blast you forward, right? It is going to give that inner fire just more fire. Maybe that day you're just going to have that revelation and just take that risk and go after what you truly want in life, no matter what it is that you're about, right? No matter what's happening in your human story. Maybe this is the day you know what, I'm gonna quit my job because I want to start my own business. Or maybe that day you're just gonna go do that thing, whatever that means to you, right? So it can definitely play out in a very beautiful way for some people as well. Maybe that day is where you will have that courage and bravery and just gonna go do what it is that you truly want for yourself and your life. Just a little bit of info. You can think back what happened back in 2011 May. That was the last time when Mars conjunct Jupiter in Aries. So you can think about what happened during that time. Did something major happen in your life? Did you do something drastic for yourself or for a particular area of your life? Because when I think back, I do have something major happen. Because 2011 May, that was the time when I quit my 9 to 5 and just finally press that go button, do that thing, and go after and pursue my pastry degree in Australia. So you can definitely think back and see what happens. Maybe something or similar energy might come up again for you. You can definitely check what house Aries is ruling in your natal chart and see what might come up in that house for you, because that Aries house is definitely getting lit. All right, or you can definitely schedule a consultation with me and we can do some excavating in that as well. So this is what's happening within the cosmo this week. A lot is happening, so please take care of yourself and your heart. And now let's jump to the tarot reading to see what message and guidance we're gonna get from the cards. Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of this video where I'll do a collective tarot card reading for this week, May 23rd to 29. Let's see what other messages and guidance for us this upcoming week. All the cards have been shuffled and meditated already. And as you all know, this is a collective reading. It will not resonate with everybody. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So let's begin. let's look at the card here. Definitely seeing some strong fire Aries energy, which I'm not surprised because, as we all know, Mars is entering spicy, Jesus. Yeah, it is a spicy energy. All right, Aries is Mars is entering Aries this week. We also have some astrology aspect that I mentioned going on. So let's look at the card. It's a general reading, so I'm picking up different messages. So just bear with me for a second. I see that this week, for some people, something has been weighing heavy on you. Maybe a certain areas in your life you're experiencing some difficulties, burdens. Maybe an area of life is, really draining you. And again, it depends on your human story. For some, it can be work related. For some, it can be about a certain relationships in your life, or maybe just your own struggles within you. This week, I think the Mercury Retrograde really help you to do some thinking, processing, and I think you have finally reached a point where this week you're gonna make some decision to help you to move forward in the best possible way. And for some people, it is really just putting down the burdens and walking away from certain people or things in life that will allow you to just leave what no longer serves you behind. Of course, this can be energetically, this can be physically. Like, for example, this job is just draining you. It is a very toxic working environment and you're really not enjoying it. This week you finally can't stand it anymore. Enough is enough. You're saying goodbye to this job, you're quitting, you're walking away from it. And of course, this aspect can apply to a relationship, romantic, or family dynamics, friendship, or whatnot, right? You're walking away from a external relationship that no longer serves your highest good because it's, draining you. Maybe it's toxic, it's codependent, so on and so forth. It can also be a bad habit, right? Like, it's just an example. Maybe it's smoking, right? Or getting up, sleeping late, right? It's like finally causing a toll on your body and you're finally realizing the need to change it. And for another group of people, I can see that this week, wow, you are embracing that Mars in Aries energy. I think maybe this is for a group of people that might have some heavy Aries placement or a very auspicious Mars placement or whatnot. This week, when Mars enter Aries, it really gives you that boost of energy and power that's going to allow you to propel forward in life, whether it is pursuing what you want to go after in life. It can be a personal goal, a job, a relationship, or whatever it is in your life, but it really gives you that boost, that push, or that courage you need to break free, whether it is to break free certain areas or cycles in your life, or break free of your comfort zone, to admit that, oh, this is who I am, this is what I want, and I'm going for it. It's time to do the thing. No more struggles, no more overthinking, just going for it. And you know that you going after it, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be successful overnight, right? Maybe for some it is. You know that you going after what you want might require you to put in the effort, time, hard work, or whatnot. And you're willing to do it because you know that you know now deep down inside you that certainty, that fire is just so strong. Maybe you have been contemplating, but now you're realizing life is short. You don't know what's going to happen, so you're just gonna go do that thing. And for some people it is definitely about relationship. I can see another message that this week can really be that week when a couple solidify their relationship. It is you seeing the long-term possibility within the other person and wanting to communicate that with the other person. You know, I really want to be with you. I see a future with you and you're who I really want, right? This is that Mars in Aries energy, just saying what you truly want in your mind and just going after what you truly want, right? And for another group of friends, I see that you have been busy or tired or neglecting yourself, self-care, self-love, whatever it is. Now that Venus is entering Taurus, I think that energy awakened that inner knowing within you. Hey, I need to take care of myself. I have been giving too much or overworking or stressing. I need to find my own stability within myself. I need to pour back into my cup. I need to ground myself. There's a need of really coming back into your body, filling your cup, taking care of yourself, nourishing your body, and just really giving back to yourself instead of you pouring out to everybody. So that is very, very beautiful message. And yeah, I love that message for you. And I just got a message from Spirit to remind everybody from the cards. Is a general message that spirits want me to tell you all is to, no matter what happened this week, there might be some changes, shift that you change, whether it is within your life or it is on a collective level, to remember to stay in the present moment, to take deep breaths, to ground yourself, and knowing that yes, maybe some of the things we're going through is not easy, can be emotional, can be quite hard, can be frustrating, and sometimes you can feel a sense of hopelessness that you can't do anything about it. Spirit is here to remind you that don't beat yourself up over that. Stay in the present moment, knowing that together we can truly be the change we want to see in the world. It might not happen overnight, but keep believing, keep the faith, and keep going. Wow. I love that message for us. Getting a little emotional. Okay, let's take cards from all the oracle cards, and I'll take all the cards out and then we'll talk about it. Hi everyone, welcome. We got all the cards out. Whoa, I have to say I got a little bit emotional. The cards came out for us as just so beautiful and resonating with the card reading we just have. So let's look at it, shall we? From the Moon Oracle, we have first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your block. It is really resonating with the eclipse energy that we just have, which I thought is very beautiful. It is asking us to release our block, because guess what? The Mars in Aries energy is also reminding us that sometimes the biggest blocking us between what we truly want in our life is ourselves, our negative self-talks, our limited beliefs, our fear of judgment from others, our scarcity mindset, our fear of love, lack, right? Sometimes we know what we want and we know how to get it, but we just, decide to give up and not go after it because we're so scared. And we just block ourselves from the love, abundance, and the life that we want for ourselves. So ask yourself, what's stopping you from you going after what you want in life? And we have first quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. When you tell universe what you want and you trusting yourself, you claim it. This is when the universe will listen to you and help you and align and work with you and co-create with you. Trust that there's always that unseen force that's working and orchestrating things behind. And come on, we have heavy Aries energy right now going on. New moon in Aries, go for it. Mars in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, conjuncting this week. This is all about going after what we want. What else can I say? Beautiful, beautiful. From the spirit animal deck, we have card 44, Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. It's very similar to that Aries energy. Go after it. Claim what you want, right? And if you feel like you give your power away, it is time to reclaim your power. And it's also about that Venus square Pluto energy. If you feel like you're not being treated fairly in a relationship, family dynamics, friendship, work situation, it is time to reclaim your power, speak your truth, and go after what you think and fight for what you're worth, right? And then we have Horse Spirit, and come on, we have 44 and 33, both master numbers. Wow. Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. Exactly. The Pluto Venus square energy is reminding us, if we're being true to ourselves, what does freedom means to you within any kind of relationship, right? You're not overgiving, there's a balance. Sometimes there isn't, but you try to have that balance, and you still can be your own person within that relationship. Wow. Ego spirit has your back, just like that trust the universe card. The same thing. It's about co-creating with spirit, co-creating with the universe, trusting that when you do your part, the universe will do their part and co-create with you. Beautiful. And then we have card number 9. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards from the deck. We have Treasure Island, number 9. We're at the end of the cycle, number 9, signifying you're almost there. Look at this cute little turtle, keep swimming to the destination that he knows and trusting that he will be there, carrying this hidden treasure island above him. He doesn't know what's in the treasure, right? But he carries it, trusting, and just keep going, knowing that abundance and treasure is there for him. This is that energy of us. Keep having faith within ourselves and the universe to co-create together for what we truly want in life. I'm just going to share the guidebook message with you here as well. Card number 9, Treasure Island. The law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition. The result of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. You have worked hard and act upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X mark the spots, because some of these golden opportunity may be obvious, but some may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, when all the long hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Oh, this is a very beautiful card. I love this for us. And lastly, from the self-care oracle, we have speak up. If you avoid conflicts to keep the peace, you start a war inside yourself. Can't keep repeating, can't keep saying it enough. This is exactly what's happening this week up in this cosmo. It is asking you to find your voice, be yourself, speak up for yourself, for what you're fighting for what you believe in. Wow. Powerful message for the collective. I love this so much. I hope it resonates with you in any shape or form. Please feel free to contact me if you want a private reading, cater to your own energy. I'm always here for you, and I'm sending you so much love, wishing you all a good week ahead, and I'll see you here again next week. Bye.